Another emphatic performance by India, another one-sided day in this Test series. South Africa, after a day they'd like to forget very quickly as this Test series is coming to a close. It's almost done for India. Just 2 more wickets required on a day that saw 16 wickets fall for South Africa. They resumed day 3 at Ranchi at 9 for 2 with Zubair Hamza 0 not out. He put on a very breezy 62, which was the only fight that South Africa's batsmen showed all day. Eventually, the first innings skittling in just over 56 overs, and India managing another 8 wickets after enforcing the follow-on to South Africa. Just 2 more wickets, and then it will be a 3-0 whitewash. We look back at this day with Sanjay Bangar. Right, I wonder what the South African batsmen will be thinking tonight. It almost seems like the series was over the minute they were told to follow on, Sanjay. But another very, very powerful day for India's bowling, making a real statement. Again, flexing some serious muscle, and the fast bowlers shining once again.
I mean, terrific to watch because they exploited the weaknesses of the South African batsmen really well. They kept on challenging them, hardly any loose deliveries. And when the pressure is exerted from both ends, whether it be seamers or the spinners, it becomes so much harder for South African batsmen who seem to have lost that battle somehow on this day.
Yeah, and you look at how these Test matches have gone, and you might think, is it even worth mentioning pitches? In many ways, the pitch is played particularly well. Zubair Hamza had a very good knock earlier this morning. We didn't see too many demons. The odd ball did turn sharply. So credit again to India's bowlers.
Credit to them, but again, very impressed with Zubair Hamza.
Yeah.
That was the only shining light as far as South Africa was concerned because he batted really well, showed a lot of application, and the methods that he used against spinners, especially the off spinner, staying leg side of the ball and creating room through the offside. So all of that was really impressive. So good for South Africa that something good came out of the day. But as far as Indian bowling is concerned, they kept exploiting that weakness, and somehow I just felt that the South African batsmen were playing far too inside the line of the ball, and maybe the pitch had got into their minds because most of them were sort of playing to avoid a leg before decision, and in that they were playing inside the line, which most of them got bowled, or even one out batsman got caught behind as well. So I feel somehow they got their game plan wrong.
Okay, so let's go more into detail with that because I know that I've got the batting coach at my disposal. So what's gone wrong here? Are there demons of the previous innings in this series playing in them? Is it hard because of the way Shami and Umesh tend to bowl? What are they trying to do to try and negate Shami and Umesh, and why is it not worked?
See, generally what happens is that when you anticipate that the ball is going to reverse, and when you see that there are fielders in mid-on, mid-wicket and square leg, and a lot of open spaces all around, or through the offside, then what you tend to do is that you anticipate that all the balls are going to come back into you.
Yes.
And when you expect the ball coming into you, your front foot doesn't really go that much forward. So you're waiting for the ball to come, and sort of you're playing straighter down the ground. Whereas I always believe that when you are playing reverse swing, the best way to counter that is always look to play towards mid-off rather than towards covers, because if you are aiming to play to covers, you become susceptible to LBW decisions, and when you are playing mid-off, eventually you will cover both swings. But when you are aiming to play straight or through mid-on and just wanting to protect your pads, you end up playing inside the line of the ball. And also I felt that because of the low bounce, some of the batsmen could have stood outside the crease, but probably they missed a trick in all the pressure situations.
Yeah, pressure that has been put on South Africa's batting by India's bowlers, one after the other, and everyone who's come into this Indian team has made an impact almost instantly. Good first day with the ball for Shahbaz Nadeem, Umesh Yadav making a comeback into the Test team in Pune and carrying on that run of form. We just look at how the bowlers have split the wickets between them, all the frontline bowlers. And through the course of this series, Sanjay, the pace bowlers at an average of 17.5 and a strike rate of 35 have not just outbowled South Africa's pace bowlers, but looks like they've even outbowled their spin bowlers. And we always thought that India's spin bowlers are going to be their real strength at home. You look at someone like Umesh Yadav as well, at times he's lost his place in the Test team when he's been travelling. But somehow in India, Umesh almost would now, you could say, outrank an Ishant Sharma. Just take me through Umesh Yadav and the rich resources India now have in the fast bowling department.
Yeah, they have some fantastic resources, and we all know about the guys in the back, waiting in the background.
Yeah.
There's somebody like a Saini waiting in the wings, but don't take anything away from Umesh, because when we played a full season at home in 2016-17, he was the highest wicket taker. He took close to 38-40 wickets in that season. And whenever the ball is reversing or when we play on low and slow wickets, what happens is that Umesh's length makes him an ideal bowler to play. And due credit to him, because it's never easy coming into the team and performing straight away. Even in the Test match against West Indies, there were only two seamers playing, Umesh Yadav and Shardul Thakur. Shardul got injured in the first or second over, and he carried on the burden of bowling by being the lone seamer. And in that Test match, it ended up picking 10 wickets and more. So he's been on the sidelines. He deserved this break, and I'm glad that the team management opted to give him that go ahead of Ishant Sharma, who's done well. But I feel that at home, as you rightly said, he should be in the starting 11 as far as the bowling lineup is concerned.
All right, it's just such a one-sided performance. We're going to get Sanjay get more into detail at the end of this Test match. We're going to save something for the final day of this series, which is in all likelihood going to be day 4 of this Test. Many thanks to Sanjay Bangar. Sanjay, get your thoughts again tomorrow at the end of this Test. And good day for India, good day for Umesh Yadav, just a few days short of his 32nd birthday, and India's bowlers have led the charge. They've absolutely destroyed South Africa's batting, not once or twice, and they're on the brink now of a 3-0 whitewash in this series.